now.
7 family members who died in Embu house fire to be buried today. Amin Ibrahim faces panel as DCI boss interviews kick off. And bishops accuse Malawian president of broken promises.
With Teddy Otieno.
7 family members who died after fire razed their house in Embu are said to be laid to rest. The 7 include a father, mother, 2 daughters, a son and 2 grandchildren. The 7 will be buried in Ngimari village in Embu County.
And on behalf of the family, even before we do the final rites, we are very grateful. And we thank everybody who has assisted us in every way he could or she could. And by that, it is just only a kind request to the authorities that maybe that we need expeditious investigations to be carried, and we know what actually transpired, so that we may be able to avoid this kind of an incident in the future.
Amin Ibrahim Mohammed is the first to face the National Police Service Commission panel. This comes as the Commission kicked off interviews for the position of Director of Criminal Investigations. Currently, Masa Hamisi is serving on an acting capacity. Across the borders, Catholic bishops in Malawi have accused President Lazarus Chakwera's government of going against his promises of change. The bishops say Malawi is now worse off compared to regional neighbors. President Chakwera, a preacher turned politician, won power in 2020, promising to fight graft and to bring prosperity to the nation.
Also raising capital that is not debt. Debt is weighing down our government. I want to promise the private sector companies, whatever tax issues may arise, as government, we are willing to work with you so that we can remove any impediments. We are ready to forgive some sins. Let me put it that way, so that we can all move together. Yeah, we can all move together. So we're very clear and we want to work with you.
The National Police Service Commission is grilling candidates seeking to succeed George Kinoti as DCI boss. The Commission kicked off interviews for the position of Director of Criminal Investigations this morning. 10 shortlisted candidates had landed for vetting at the Kenya School of Government in Luakabete. Currently, Masa Hamisi is serving as the DCI boss on interim basis. Hawkers in Eldoret, Western Gishu County, have staged demonstrations of alleged harassment by the county askaris. Speaking to Hot 96, the traders said they were given the green light to go about their business by the previous county administration.
Zimechanganywa zote na zimemwagwa chini, wanabeba troli peke yake, wanamwaga mizigo chini. Hiyo ni unfair. Sisi ni wao, kwa maana wao ndio walitupea nafasi, kwa ndio tunashangaa ni nini.
Mbona kama watu ni serikali, mbona wasikuje tu mchana, wachukue tu vitu mchana? Wana time usiku na wanakuja usiku beba vitu. Mtu hajui ameenda ameacha mzigo yake hapa hivi. Hata na wanakuja kuchukua mzigo usiku. Mtu hajui hali yake, anakuja asubuhi, anategemea anakuja kazi.
7 family members who died after fire razed their houses in Embu are said to be laid to rest this afternoon. The 7 include a father, mother, 2 daughters, a son and 2 children. The fire gutted their 3-bedroom house that was made of timber, burning them beyond recognition. The 7 will be laid to rest in Ngimari village in Embu County.
And on behalf of the family, even before we do the final rites, we are very grateful. And we thank everybody who has assisted us in every way he could or she could. And by that, it is just only a kind request to the authorities that maybe that we need expeditious investigations to be carried, and we know what actually transpired, so that we may be able to avoid this kind of an incident in the future.
A man has been arrested in Kitui South, Kitui County, after he allegedly beat up his son to death. Area Chief Sheihk Katiti said the man descended on his son after he reportedly left home to visit his grandmother without the father's knowledge. The suspect is being held at Mutomo police post, with the body of the deceased taken to Mutomo Hospital mortuary. Jamia Mosque Imam Sheikh Mohammed Soleho has died. The renowned Imam died earlier today in Nairobi following a battle with cancer. Born in 1949 in Lamu East, the cleric, who specialized in Islamic law, served as Imam since 1995. Funeral prayers for the Imam will be held at Jamia Mosque after the 4 p.m. prayers ahead of his burial at Kariakor Muslim Cemetery.
Alikuwa ni imamu, mwanaharakati, ni dai, ambapo kwamba ametumikia dini hii ya Kiislamu kwa hali ya juu sana na kutangamana na watu kwa njia ya urafiki, na saa yote alikuwa ni mtu wa bashasha. Mwenyezi Mungu amrahamu, amweke pema kwenye wema.
Cascading global crises have left 54 countries, home to more than half of the world's poorest people, in dire need of debt relief. In a new report, the United Nations Development Programme warned that dozens of developing nations are facing a rapidly deepening debt crisis. UNDP said without immediate relief, at least 54 countries will see rising poverty levels. Countries the most immediate risk are Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Tunisia, Chad and Zambia. You're up to date. These and more stories in our subsequent bulletins. I'm Teddy Otieno. Good afternoon.
The Hot 96 News.